This is my first database lab experiment, and this experiment has been completed using the DDL commands, and certain authorizations are given using the TCL commands. And I would show you the schema which we were given. This here. This is a schema, and the data set is given here. The details need to be fed accordingly. So the questions are first. For the car booking schema, we need to create the tables with appropriate integrity constraints and describe the structure. Hence, the different tables are created. Here, accordingly, create table customer new one, create table car details, and then we have create table booking details. So all these tables are created, and use column level constraint to car details. So over here we have car details, and the constraint given is primary key. So this is described along with the column, hence it's a column level constraint. Then declare customer ID and car ID as foreign key in the booking table. So here we come to the booking table, car booking table, and customer ID references customer new. Here in the customer new, we have already declared customer ID as a primary key, which is being referenced in the booking detail table. And add a constraint so that email should be unique. So here we have alter table, the table name, and modify email, that should be unique, table is altered. Then we have add a constraint that register date should not exceed the current date. Well, this has been done later in the query. Change the data type of the color attribute to char. So it's here. Alter table, car detail, modify color char, whatever data type we want, and the size can be described. That will alter the table accordingly. Alter table, car detail, modify color char. So table is altered. Now ensure the name field should not be null. Here, alter table, table name, modify login name is not null. Not null constraint is provided, hence the table is altered. Now, avoid the redundant entry for the registration number column by adding appropriate constraint. So the unique constraint can be used, which will forbid us from entering the redundant data. Then remove the email column, that can be achieved through the drop column. So alter table, table name, drop column, and the column name. So table is altered. Well, we can describe the table here. So email field is not present. Now add the email column. So for adding the email column, again we alter the table, table name, then add email. So we have given the data type and the size, table is altered. You can see that email has been added. Then drop the unique constraint. Unique constraint was given to the registration number, and hence we can drop the unique constraint. Okay, wait, sorry, I'm so sorry. First is rename the column date of birth as data of birth. Okay. So here it is alter table customer new one, rename column. Actually I had given DOB as register date, so I changed it to date of birth, and the table is altered. Then is drop the unique constraint. Well, I'll show you here. Date of birth is replaced by register date. Okay. See, alter table, car details, drop unique. Unique is the constraint which has to be dropped, and it was given to the registration number column, hence it can be successfully dropped. Then rename the table booking to car booking. My booking table is booking details. So rename booking details to car booking 1, hence the table is renamed. Then I have give insert, delete, update privileges to the next user. First I have created a new user. Create user name identified by the password. Okay, and the user is created. Create user new one identified by the password. User created. Now I am granting update, delete, insert on customer new one to new one. Customer new one is my table name and new one is the name of the user. Grant is succeeded. Now revoke all the privileges from the next user. Hence, revoke all on customer new one, that is a table name, from the user. And hence the revoke is succeeded. Hence, with this my first database lab experiment is complete.